Everybody here talking, So DJ Akademiks has his what's it called? 2 cents to say about J. Cole's The Fall Off. Just checking if I still got some time on this motherfucker. I do. Anyways, how's y'all doing today? Big Cat Beezy, we back in this thing. So Akademiks has a warning for J. Cole ahead of The Fall Off. Let's see what's going on. So Akademiks is already scoffing at the idea of J. Cole's The Fall Off ahead of the release. He has come through with a warning. If you have been listening to DJ Akademiks over the years, you know that he's not particularly fond of J. Cole. He calls his music lyrical NyQuil. It puts you to sleep. And I ain't doing that to J. Cole. J. Cole has some good albums. I ain't gonna cap. Me personally, I wasn't always a J. Cole fan. I'll come out and say it. I was not always a J. Cole fan. But I sat there, it was for, was it Your Eyes Only, for Your Eyes Only and shit. And I went back to Forest Hill Drive and I'm like, yo, J. Cole got some good music. It converted me, I'm not gonna lie. Now, I get what he's saying sometimes. You want the lit shit, you know. J. Cole not always good for you for the lit shit. I will say that. So you go to the Drakes or whoever else, the Migos or whoever else, you know what I'm saying? So I understand that aspect. But I feel like sometimes especially because Drake just be like a smorgasbord, he gives you all this. You might just expect every artist to do that, and that's just not J. Cole. J. Cole plays to his strengths, and he's not the nigga that's chasing the hit or here to make a bop. He just gonna hit you with his artistry, and sometimes his artistry is more conscious, and that's perfectly fine. So again, we'll see. And honestly, hey, J. Cole, hey, listen, you got respect for me, because this nigga will hop on a nigga verse and kill it. So he was proving niggas wrong with some of these verses he was giving out. But anyways, let's get to it. So overall, he has some pretty brutal criticisms of the artist, and he never shies away from vocalizing them. This is a little bit old, but when there was speculation of J. Cole dropping on January 9th, Akademiks got wind of these rumors and responded by saying that this would be a good album to fall asleep to. That is crazy, bro. That is a crazy response to say to a nigga. I ain't gonna care. Imagine, like, again, and no shade to J. Cole. He seemed like a very nice dude. I ain't gonna cap. I don't know a nigga from nowhere. But imagine you being a fan or even like a nigga who covers like music, right? And for you to be like, hey, listen, this nigga music right here would be great to fall asleep to. You don't know this nigga from nowhere. And hey, and again, I don't know how him and Drake's relationship is. But at one point, him and Drake was thick as thieves. So hey, it is what it is. But anyways. While Ak was on stream where he spoke at length about, back on stream where he spoke on length about the upcoming J. Cole album, whether or not it will release this week, Ak's criticism remained the same. I can't talk today. In fact, the commentator turned streamer had an incredibly harsh warning to J. Cole. It's a warning that has to do with his bars and the context between his songs. Or content, sorry, not context. But see, I feel like sometimes Ak just compare niggas to Drake too much, and sometimes he has a skewed opinion of what Drake does, because that's what Drake is your favorite art. Like, you don't go to J. Cole for what Drake does, and you don't go to J. Cole to be Drake. You don't go to Drake to be J. Cole. They're their own individuals, and they do what they do, and they're profitable, and they fuel their space, and that's perfectly fine. But anyways. Essentially, Akademiks has no interest in hearing J. Cole diss anyone after what happened. I don't need to hear that. And I don't think J. Cole's album is going to be on that type of time, to be fair. After that fiasco, which was the 7-minute drill on, what was that project called? Might Delete Later, or whatever the fuck it was called. And then after, for him to take that shit back and then Port Antonio, yeah, I don't know about that shit. I ain't gonna lie. After what happened at Dreamville Festival in 2024, Ak believes that J. Cole is in no position to be dissing anyone right now. I don't know why Akademiks assumed J. Cole would be dissing niggas. I did not think that. That did not pop in my mind, but it's Akademiks. Interestingly enough, there is a sentiment that many fans share right now. A supposed insider on Akademiks streams made the claim that he heard J. Cole is going to be dissing people on his new... Hey, I don't think he will, but hey, who knows, my nigga. However, whether or not that is true, it still very much remains to be seen at this point. As for the actual release date of this project, there is no real insight into when it will drop. While some have hinted at the imminent release, there is nothing to actually suggest this is gonna come out right now. J. Cole has remained quiet on social media for the most part. No one has actually heard from him. With that in mind, fans are just going to have to be patient here and wait for Cole himself to confirm the release. He has dropped surprise albums before, and with no big albums slotted for what's it called, Friday the 9th, which passed and it didn't come out. So just to make that sure, why not give people something to look forward and to listen to? Again, it didn't come out. I personally don't know if we're going with the mall theory that Kendrick and Drake were supposed to be on the project, which potentially Drake still might be on the project. Who knows? Because again, first person shooter happened. I don't know exactly, swap for a swap, because these niggas ain't getting payment for shit. They'll just do a song with a nigga. With that being said, though, it's just one of these situations where maybe he is still working on the project. He dropped Mike Lee later because, not to say they were loosies, they potentially could have made a project, except the diss song to Kendrick that was probably newly released or worked on. But with that being said, like, again, he's probably still working on the project again. If we're going to believe this is like the final one, then yeah, he's probably trying to craft it to make it perfect. I wouldn't be, hopefully it drops this year. We'll see when it drops. See, at least with Iceman, we kind of know this shit's probably going to come out in 2026. The fall off, I don't even know. I really don't know. So we'll see. And if we're going with the mall speculation that he had to re-record some shit, we'll see what the fuck happens. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say about this. I do feel like sometimes Axe just how he puts Drake on a pedestal, you kind of just expect other niggas to be on this time. Not all the time, because I know Axe has love for like Youngboy and Uzi and other artists, but like with J. Cole, I feel like, see, because Axe be on stream, he be lit, he be drinking. Like, I don't feel like, at least with J. Cole, that's not the mood you listen to J. Cole in. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe he has to listen to J. Cole in a different environment. Because I was on that type of time. I didn't really listen to J. Cole like that, right? Until I actually sat down and went through some of the shit. I'm like, yo, J. Cole actually good. I ain't mad at J. Cole. So again, we shall see. We'll see when the fall off comes out and we'll speak on it. But besides that, you already know what it is. Your friendly neighborhood K.A. signing off for today. The Black TJ did while doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe. You trying a little bit more. You heard me and I'm gone. Shalom, Zoom, peace, share, else gang. Aye.